to be putting out a gospel album, it showed up feel like Latasha ain't taking the gospel route. When it comes to these interviews, I don't know. Maybe I'm being judgmental, and y'all can let me know in the comment section down below, because she does have the right, the space, the ability to tell her truth. It just be seeming like it be a lot of shade that's being thrown around right now. And I just want to know what y'all think. Chime down in the chatterization. Is this of the Lord? Or, is it not of the Lord? Or does she have the right to tell these stories that she has experienced and douse them in a little bit of shade? Okay. Let me know in the chatterization, because she is getting it from all sides. But to be fair, she is also starting little fires everywhere. And if you don't know what I mean, that is a metaphor. Okay. Not me being for real. So let's get into it. So the headline reads on the Jasmine brand: Latasha Scott recalls Xscape recording Joe's Softest Place on Earth, says it took Tiny and Kandi hours and hours to record their parts, and Joe wasn't pleased with their sound. So let's get into it. This is, I guess, taken from We Sound Crazy, and I'm assuming that's maybe like a live podcast that I need to get into. All right, so she does this interview, and she's talking about how, she, because of the discord in the group, she has decided that since people keep talking about, well, she sing leads, she's singing leads, she's singing leads, she's singing all the leads, that when it came down time to, they did their backgrounds, and they asked who wanted to sing lead, she was like, no, I'm not singing no lead. Nope, because they ain't gonna be saying she sing all the leads. So fine, okay, cool, boom. She says Kandi goes into the studio and she spends 4 hours trying to get the song right. And Joe, who wrote the song, y'all know who Joe is, was like, this ain't it. This ain't it. This sound a little too rough, Okay, so then she says Tiny wanted to go into the studio. So she kind of mimics Tiny's voice, like, well, I do it. Well, I do it. So she said that she waited hours and hours and hours and hours and hours for Tiny to get this song. And she said, Joke said, well, no. This sound a little too nasally for me. It sound too nasally. And then apparently she was like, well, I ain't going to do it. I ain't going to do it. And so Joe went to go. This is all allegedly, by the way. She says Joe went to go talk to Rocky, her husband, and was like, yo, why she not doing the song? And she said she felt like if Jermaine Dupri was there, he would have went slam off, because he would have been like, why y'all wasting all this studio time? Because y'all know, I'm going to tell y'all the truth. Studio time is, well, it can be expensive if you ain't got your own studio. You know what I'm saying? So it would behoove most people to just make your own studio, invest in that equipment, versus going into all these other studios where you got to pay these hours and hours and hours and hours of fees for these hours and hours and hours and hours, and that you're spending on this song, according to Tasha. So anyway, after she says that, she says, well, apparently Rocky tells Joe what's going on. And so then Joe allegedly says, well, I didn't have this problem with SWV. Coco sings she does mostly all the parts, and nobody's upset because they're all still getting paid the same. Well, according to Akbar, Coco getting more, but I don't know what Akbar knows about what SWB getting paid. The bottom line is this, though. She managed to not only shade Tiny, Kandi, but also throw SWV and Joe under the bus in one fell swoop, all while singing the gospel of the Lord, okay? Now, again, I have to ask this question. Just because you sing gospel don't mean maybe she felt like she's not going to let these people play with her. So that's probably part of it too. But when I think about my gospel artists, I kind of want them to be like taking the high road and stuff like that. But I don't know. And then when I feel like she tried to take the high road, it come across inauthentic, because right after she take the high road, she say something like this. So the image that she's putting out, in my opinion, feels very inconsistent, if that makes any sense to anybody else other than me, okay? Because it's my thought. You guys let me know what you think. And, another thing is, I feel like it is tapping into this narrative that Tamar kind of introduced when Tamar said, A, that Kandi sounded like a Billy Goat bluff, and that she couldn't sing. So following that, seeing not Tamika, but Latasha post that she wanted to be hanging out with SWV and the Tamar, it kind of feels like now that she's telling this story, she's kind of jumping on this bandwagon of hitting Kandi and Tiny where it may hurt the most, i.e., that they ain't got the vocals that she got. Okay. What I will say is, whether or not they got the vocals that she got, they definitely got the coin. Okay. And I don't, she might have a coin too. According to Tamika, she got the coin. Allegedly. Y'all know somebody had the nerve to hop in the comments and say, why you say allegedly all the time? I'm like, is you gonna pay the bill when they come after me? No, you not. No, you not. So stay up out of my way. It's allegedly until I know, unless I saw, unless I'm there, unless I'm in the room, unless I'm a fly on the wall, unless I see the words fall out of somebody's mouth, it's all alleged. It's all commentary. It's all entertainment, baby. So anyway, back to the entertainment of it all. We got a new preview for the SWV and Xscape show. Now, I believe this is going to be the same scene where Kandi tell the group that Tasha is treating them like they the pips. You want to know why? Let me tell you. So they doing their rehearsals. It's just Kandi, Tiny, Tamika, and the road manager. And I guess maybe some band members or something like that. And they, singing, "You're my little secret." I don't know what they're singing. They singing something. That's just a song that's been on my mind because I'm trying to find Tamika's money. Okay. And it's somebody's little secret. And I'm just trying to figure out whose secret it is. But until I do, I'm going to tell y'all what's going on. So anyway, they in the rehearsal and they find out that Latasha, from the road manager, Latasha's not going to show up to the rehearsal. Actually, Latasha is not going to show up to the sound check either. Latasha will just be showing up on stage should Latasha so choose to even show up at the gig at all. Kandi is like, I am getting annoyed, okay? I mean, she just be treating us like we the dun-dun-dunts. I was like, not the dun-dun-dunts. And so, it feels to me like it doesn't, the behaviors that we see from Latasha on the screen doesn't do her any favors for when she tries to present, this image of herself as being something that is like above it all, So I'm just curious as to what you guys think about this whole situation. I hate that she's insinuating that they are challenged in the vocal area, in certain instances, because I feel like, granted, Tamika did tell the world that, she had $30,000 stolen from her. So I guess everything is free game at this point. Who knows what'll be revealed next, but something tells me something even bigger is coming. Okay, so stay tuned and we'll talk to y'all in the next video.